Chapter 995. Should I meet him or not? Guozhenghe asked. It's better not to meet him, Su Xingyuan said. It's dangerous to meet him, Wang Yao said. He came all the way here. It's not appropriate to not meet him. Why don't we meet him from afar? Guozhenghe asked with a smile. What do you mean? We'll see. Guozhenghe waved his hand with a smile. That day, the sun was bright and the sky was high. A guest came to the mountain village. He looked to be in his 40s. His complexion was pale gold. He was wearing old clothes and strolling on the village road. Ring, ring. The sound of a bell came from behind him. He moved aside. A man in his 20s rode a bicycle and stopped beside him, sizing him up. Are you a foreigner? Yes. Where are you from? South. What are you doing here? I'm here to see, the middle-aged man said with a smile. Okay, let's see. The young man smiled and rode away. Interesting. The middle-aged man stared at the man's back. He was full of vitality and had a reserved spirit. There was such a person in this small mountain village, and he was so young. I met a strange man in the village, Jia Zizai said to his wife as he pedaled his bicycle back home. Strange man? What kind of strange man? I don't know. I just felt strange. He came from the south. I asked him what he was doing in the village. He said he was here to have a look. This is not your village, and it's not a forbidden area. You don't allow outsiders to come in, Humei said with a smile. I didn't mean that. Anyway, he was a bit strange. I'll go out and have a look later. At this time, the middle-aged man changed his route halfway through the village. He went up Shishan Hill and went all the way up the mountain road. When he passed by a dead area, he stopped and squatted down to look at the soil sprinkled with lime. There are poisonous insects in here? He was surprised. This kind of thing was extremely rare in the north because the environment in the north was different from the south. It was not suitable for poisonous insects to grow. What a pity. He got up and sighed. If this was near the village, he would find a way to dig to see what kind of poisonous insects were below. Because he knew that this amount of lime was not enough to kill the goo worms below. After walking for a short while, he found another land of death. There's more? He bent down to take a closer look. These two places should be connected by a tunnel below. He stood up and looked around. This is really strange. No matter how I look at it, it doesn't seem like an environment that can produce goo worms. He went to the top of Shishan Mountain and looked down at the village below. After looking around, his eyes fell on the building with white walls and black tiles in the southernmost part of the village. That should be the place they were talking about. The small courtyard is quite unique. He was not in a hurry to go down. He continued to look around. When he saw a patch of green on the other side of Nanshan Hill, he was extremely surprised. How is this possible? How can there be such a place here? A moment later, he came back to his senses. Then, he took a step forward and hurried over. As he approached Nanshan Hill, he stopped in his tracks. What a strong qi! Looking at the lush Nanshan Hill, he exclaimed. This area is just a few small hills. How can it gather such strong qi? He was not in a hurry to go forward because there was a stone blocking him. Stone array. Looking at this, he remembered that during the Three Kingdoms period, Zhuge Wu's stone array had almost trapped Lu Sun and his tens of thousands of troops. Chimen Duanjia. I didn't expect to see such a thing here. I'm getting more and more curious. Who is inside? He did not choose to barge in. Instead, he went around. Outside Nanshan Hill, although Wang Yao had set up many obstacles, it was not a seamless defense. As long as he was careful, he could still go further. Therefore, he went further and went inside. He vaguely saw the medicine field. Medicine field? Seeing what was inside, his eyes immediately shone. He wanted to go further, but suddenly saw the swaying trees. He felt a little dizzy. Poison. He immediately realized the problem. He hurriedly took a few steps back and held his breath. Then, he took out a pill that he carried with him. After taking it, the discomfort in his body only slightly subsided, but it did not completely disappear. What a powerful poison. I just don't know what kind of herb can emit such poisonous gas. Is anyone there? He shouted inside, but no one responded. Woof! Just as he was trying to go further and force his way through the maze, a big dog suddenly appeared in front of him. This is the sign of atavism. Looking at the dog, he was shocked. Today, in this small mountain village, on these two hills, there were too many things that surprised him. In the past 10 years, he had not been as excited and happy as he was today. This is inside. I must go in and have a look. A dog that had atavism was not a threat to him. The man and the dog fought back and forth in the mountain. The dog was at a disadvantage. At the foot of the mountain, Wang Yao was still in the clinic. He heard the dog barking from a mountain. It was very impatient. Something happened on the mountain. Wait a moment, Wang Yao said to the patient who was seeing him. He went out of the clinic. Lu Chuan, come and take care of the clinic. He shouted to the west. His voice clearly traveled dozens of feet and reached the ears of Zhong Luchuan, who was reading at home. After hearing the voice, Zhong Luchuan immediately went out of the yard. Got it, sir, he replied in the direction of the clinic. Hearing the reply, Wang Yao took a step dozens of feet away. In an instant, he arrived at the foot of Nanshan Hill and went up. The dog fell outside the herbal field, gasping and bleeding. The illusion array on the side had been forcibly broken open. A man stood inside. Wait a minute, San Xian. He took out a prolongation pill and stuffed it into the dog's mouth. He knew the dog's life was not in danger. He stepped into the herbal field. Hearing his footsteps, the man who had broken into the herbal field pointed to a low plant with blooming flowers and asked, What is this? Ziyu, what is the effect of the medicine? It opens the meridians. Well, is it a licorice root? Yes. Wang Yao looked at the pale, golden-faced man standing in front of him and thought of his identity. Miaoshi River? Yes, I think you must be Wang Yao, Miaoshi said. That's me, Wang Yao said, suppressing the anger in his heart. I don't know why you came all the way here. What can I do for you? It was the first time in so many days that someone had broken into Nanshan Hill. He had successfully entered the herbal field and injured the dog. I've heard about you for a long time, Miaoshi River said. I wanted to come and see you. You are really extraordinary. Your hill has given me too many surprises. I should have come earlier. It's not too late now, Wang Yao said with a smile. Miaoshi River stared at Wang Yao and suddenly said, You are full of spirit and leakless immortal. You flatter me, Wang Yao said with a smile. Chapter 996. Are you really only 27 or 28 years old? Yes, Wang Yao said. Miaoshi River was speechless for a long time. I wanted to live forever, but it was hopeless, Wang Yao said. Coming to your herbal field gave me hope. I hope so, but I have to be alive first, Wang Yao said seriously. Sorry. Miaoshi River's body shook, but he could not move. Wang Yao pressed the air in front of him. He felt as if he was carrying a mountain and could not move an inch. Up. Miaoshi River gritted his teeth. The golden color on his face intensified. His body could move, but it was still heavy as if he was carrying invisible shackles. His speed was not fast. Such an action could not hurt Wang Yao at all. Punch. Break through the air. Miaoshi River flew back more than 30 feet and rolled down Nanshan Hill. Outside the herbal field, San Xian had already stood up. He wagged his tail when he saw Wang Yao. Thank you for your hard work, San Xian. Have a good rest here. Wang Yao patted San Xian's head and disappeared. The next moment, he appeared at the foot of Nanshan Hill. Miaoshi River stopped halfway up the hill. Pale, golden blood oozed out of the corner of his mouth. Using medicine to refine the body, medicine into the skin, bones, organs, and spirit, Wang Zhen said. The way is right, but you went the wrong way. Yes, I went the wrong way, but there is no turning back. Miaoshi River stood up. You have harmed a lot of people, right? Wang Yao said. Yes, I have harmed a lot. Miaoshi River took a deep breath. The young man in front of him was so powerful that he had never felt so powerless before. How was it possible that he had such ability at such a young age? There was no other way. Buzz. Suddenly, two black cloud-like things flew out from behind him. They were countless venomous insects. Destroy. Wang Yao took a deep breath and clasped his hands together. The wind blew and covered the sky. All the venomous insects were crushed. Punch. Miaoshi River was sent flying, leaving a trail of pale, golden blood in the air. He fell heavily down the mountainside and into the forest. Wang Yao followed closely and jumped down. Then, he heard the sound of wind breaking. It was unknown how many flying needles were stained with poison, shining with a black light. Collect. Wang Yao waved his hand, and the black light disappeared. Miao Shi sighed exasperatedly and said, "Divine means." Wang Yao did not give him another chance, and directly sealed his meridians, making him lose the ability to resist. "Chief Miao, do you regret it?" Looking at the middle-aged man on the ground, the anger in Wang Yao's heart had subsided a lot. This was a stubborn person. In some ways, he could be considered a respectable person. Regret? I do regret taking the wrong path and coming late. Russell. Russell. Two people rushed into the forest. They were Jiazizai and Humei. They had received the news and hurried over. "Sir, are you all right?" "I'm fine. It's you." He looked down at the man on the ground. It was the strange man he had met at the entrance of the village. "Let me introduce you," Zhong Luchuan said. "This is Chief Miao of the Valley of Thousands of Medicine." Miaoshi River? Jiazizai was very surprised after hearing this. This mysterious person was someone he had asked his friends in the south to take care of. He did not expect that he would come here and be defeated by Wang Yao. He went to Sir's herbal field? Yes, he entered without permission, Zhong Luchuan said. "What are you practicing?" Miaoshi River suddenly asked. "I am a pharmacist," Zhong Luchuan said. Miaoshi River did not say anything. "Sir, what should we do with him?" "Naturally, we'll leave him to the police," Zhong Luchuan said. "By the way, Chief Miao, the son of the Guo family, is now in hike. I think he wants to meet you." Wang Yao said. He knew in his heart that this matter was related to Secretary Guo Zhenghe. "Yes, I've been wanting to meet him for a long time," Miaoshi River said. "I'll go up and see Sin Xian," Zhong Luchuan said. "You guys be careful. He has poison all over his body." "Yes, sir," Miaoshi said. Wang Yao went up the hill, leaving the three of them behind. "Sir, is he your teacher?" Miaoshi River, who had lost his ability to move, did not lose his ability to speak. "Yes," Zhong Luchuan said. "The one who has achieved is the teacher," Zhong Luchuan said. "Was his ability taught by the gods?" Miaoshi River asked. His tone was very calm. It did not sound like what a person in this situation should say. "I think you should think about yourself first," Zhong Luchuan said. "I've taken the wrong path, and I've come to the end," Miaoshi River said with a smile. "If I had met your doctor a few years earlier, there might have been some hope." "It's your fault," Zhong Luchuan said. "Yes, it's my fate." Miaoshi River sighed. The police came and took Miaoshi River away. None of this was as dramatic as expected. It was like a small stone thrown into a big river. After a splash, there was nothing else. What? He was arrested? Guo Zhenghe, who was in hike, was very surprised to hear the news. "Yes, I just got the news. He went to the Wang family village and was subdued by Wang Yao." "Subdued? You said that his ability was very unusual," Guo Zhenghe said in surprise. "Yes, very unusual," Zhong Luchuan said. "I've been to the Valley of Thousands of Medicine, so I know how terrifying he is. This can only mean that Dr. Wang is even more powerful." Suxin Yuan said. To be honest, he was very surprised when he first heard the news. He had heard from the people who escaped from the Valley of Thousands of Medicine about how terrifying Chief Miao was. He was a person who used poison, insects, and kung fu. He was a person who was rarely seen in 100 years. He did not expect to be defeated by a young man in his 20s in a small mountain village. "Interesting, very interesting," Guo Zhenghe said with a smile. "I was thinking about how to subdue him," Zhong Luchuan said. "I didn't expect Wang Yao to help us. What's his situation now?" "Many bones in his body are broken, and he can't move." "Is he relatively safe?" "Relatively safe, but not absolute. He can still talk," Suxin Yuan said. "If he can talk, that means he can bite people," Guo Zhenghe said. "Let's go and see Chief Miao." Things were beyond his imagination. He did not expect Wang Yao to be able to successfully subdue him, but it was good. It saved him a lot of trouble. Guo Zhenghe met Miaoshi River in a special ward in the hospital. The man was lying on the bed and had lost his ability to move. "Hello, Chief Miao. We meet again," Guo Zhenghe said with a smile. He was 3 meters away from the man and did not get close. "Hello, Secretary Gua, Miaoshi said. You're still as elegant as ever. You flatter me, Guizheng said. Chief Miao, on the other hand, looks quite haggard, killing with a borrowed knife, Miaoshi River said with a smile. It was worth it to be defeated at the hands of such an amazing person. Chief Miao, when you make a move against me, you have to consider the consequences. Isn't it good to stay in a corner? Why do you have to stir up trouble? I don't want to either, but it's too late to say anything now. Yes, Chief, rest well. The environment will change soon. I hope you can get used to it. Goodbye. Goodbye. Guizheng pushed the door open and went out. He suddenly felt dizzy. It can't be right. He was shocked. He had been so careful, but he still fell into the trap. After a few steps, he began to bleed. His nose was bleeding, and his ears and eyes were bleeding. Child, go and find Wang Yao quick. The car sped all the way to the mountain village, but found Wang Yao closed the clinic and did not receive patients. Some things on Nanshan Hill were destroyed by Miaoshi River. He needed to repair them. I'll go to his house. After asking around, he went to Wang Yao's house. He found that his parents were not at home. Wang Yao was worried that Miaoshi River had a backup plan, so he asked his parents to go out. They would not be back for a few days. What should I do? Su Xinyuan was stunned. Guizheng kept coughing. He kept coughing out blood. There were wriggling worms in the blood. Sister, it's me. Guizheng called his sister. Wang Yao, who was on Nanshan Hill, received a call from Guisairu. Well, I'm not receiving patients now. Yes, I'm sorry. Wang Yao refused. Secretary Gua had set him up again and again. Now, he was suffering the consequences of his own actions. He was not a Buddha, so people were ungrateful. He could not have the slightest sympathy. Otherwise, he would be the one who suffered in the future. Return to hike. Guizheng shouted ferociously. Chapter 997. The venomous insects kept biting and gnawing at his body, organs, muscles, and even his eyes and brain. He felt that every part of his body was in pain. The pain was so severe that he was going crazy. In the hospital, Miaoshi River was missing. The doctors and policemen on duty were panicking. Where did he go? Did he escape? A policeman asked. It's almost impossible. How could he escape when he was in such a state? He can't even walk, the doctor who was in charge of treating him said. Then, where did he go? The policeman was also confused. He checked the surveillance video and found that he was taken away by a few unidentified people. Who are these people? Where are they taking him? In a remote place in hike, in a basement. Tell me, how do I detoxify this poison? Guizheng's face was hideous. Large pieces of rotten flesh had appeared on his face and hands. One of his fingers even showed the white bones. From time to time, a wave of venomous insects could be seen crawling by. It was very disgusting and frightening. In front of him was Miaoshi River, who was nailed to a frame. His limbs and torso were nailed by a few steel nails that were more than a foot long, but there was not much blood flowing out. Ha! Miaoshi River smiled weakly, as if he did not feel any pain at all. He had been tortured in all kinds of ways, but he did not say a word. A drop of blood dripped down and landed on the back of Guizheng's rotting hand. He felt a burning sensation, as if a ball of fire had landed on his hand. Then he felt that the back of his hand was no longer in pain. Your blood can restrain these venomous insects, right? Guizheng looked at the back of his hand, which made him feel disgusted. Drain his blood. Be careful not to let him die. The strange light golden blood was released and flowed into a bucket. Guizheng began to eagerly use the blood to wipe his body. It was really effective. He felt that the pain in the places that were wiped by the blood was greatly reduced in a very short period of time. He directly held a handful of blood from the bucket and opened his mouth to drink it. The people next to him saw this and were so scared that they took a few steps back. This was too frightening. Young master, how do you feel? Su Xinyuan stepped forward and asked carefully. Blood, I need more blood. He can't die. Guizheng raised his head and said. Blood entered his stomach, making him want to vomit, but he forced it down. It was a crazy night. The next day, in the village. Sir, Miaoshi River went missing from the hospital yesterday. I don't know where he was taken to. Jia Zizai came to tell Wang Yao the moment she heard the news. It's Secretary Gua, isn't it? He's poisoned. He's desperate to survive, so he's willing to do anything, Wang Yao said. Miaoshi River can speak. He won't. When I fought with him, I found that he had already accepted life and death. There is nothing to be afraid of. He is not even afraid of death. Do you think he will let Guo Zhenghe have an easy time? That means Secretary Guo is dead for sure. Not necessarily. I have a feeling that Secretary Guo won't die so easily. In hike, blood, I need more blood. Guo Zhenghe's body changed a lot overnight. Red flesh began to appear in the rotten parts of his body, and it didn't hurt as much anymore. The strange blood of Miaoshi River he drank also began to have a special effect. It made his body less painful. At the same time, it made him a little manic. He wanted to beat someone or even kill someone. Young master, you can't let out any more blood. Otherwise, he will die, Su Xuan whispered to Guo Zhenghe, who had gone crazy. Huff, 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 huff. Guo Zhenghe took a few deep breaths. His eyes were bloodshot, and he regained a little clarity. Wait a little longer. He went upstairs and covered his face with a mask. His face looked as if it had just been splashed with sulfuric acid. It was very scary. Uncle Su, I think I've changed these days. I've become manic and irritable. I'm like a different person, Guojing has said. Young master has been through too many things recently, Su Xinyuan said. You need to recuperate for a while. It's best to rest quietly. Well, yes, I need to recuperate. I can't go on like this, Guojing has said. For 7 days straight, Guo Zhenghe kept using Miao Shihe's blood to clean his body. He drank several cups of it every day. His body began to recover at a frightening rate. The festering skin regrew, and red flesh grew on his bones. Other than that, he felt full of energy. It was as if there was an inexhaustible amount of power in his body. Thank you. He went to the basement and said to Miao Shihe, who was on the verge of death, You will regret it. Regret? You won't be able to see it. Your village, everything you have defended, I will destroy it all. Miaoshi River closed his eyes and stopped talking. In the village, in the clinic, Zheng Weijun was in high spirits. He was very happy. Sir, the sales of the detoxification pills and heat-clearing powder are very good. The reputation continues to grow. Well, the herbs are good. There is no problem with the medicine, Wang Yao said with a smile. Oh, in the past, I went to people's door to beg them. Now, I'm sitting at home waiting for customers to come and beg us. This feeling is so good. In the beginning, in order to be able to sell the produced medicine, he did not lower his head and pretend to be a grandson. However, he was still rejected by many people. Now, those people were enthusiastically coming to him. While they were talking, Jia Zizai came to the clinic. Seeing Zheng Weijun, she did not say much. She just smiled and greeted him. You guys chat first. I'll leave first, sir. Take care. I won't see you off. Hey, please stay. Miaoshi River's body was found in hike on the beach. There were countless wounds on his body. Obviously, he had been tortured, Jia Zizai said. Really? What a pity. Wang Yao sighed. In some ways, Miaoshi River was indeed a character. In the sea area, his blood was drained, Jia Zizai said. Blood? Wang Yao was slightly startled. I think Secretary Guo has found a way to cure the poisonous insects, Jia Zizai said. Use blood. Yes. Think about it. Miao Shihe had so many cursed bugs on him, yet nothing happened to him. He must have something on him that could restrain those bugs. Furthermore, he refined his body with medicine. The medicine's power spread throughout his body through his blood, seeping into his organs and even his spirit and marrow. He was a medicine man himself. His blood would most likely be able to restrain those terrifying bugs. Guo Zhenghe is not destined to die. Find a way to keep an eye on him. This Mr. Guo is too scheming. Yes, sir, Jia Zizai said. Time passed quickly. It was as if in the blink of an eye, it was time for Wang Yao. In Jing, at Yanjing University, Su Xiaoxue was about to go back to the dormitory after class. Xiaoxue, a man's voice said. Jing. Su Xiaoxue looked in the direction of the voice and saw Guo Zhenghe, who was wearing an elegant suit. He had recovered, and there was a unique aura around him. He had a bouquet of flowers in his hand. This is for you. No, thank you. Su Xiaoxue did not take the flowers. I already have a sweetheart. I remember telling you more than once, Su Xiaoxiu said unhappily. I know. You're not married yet. I still have hope. I don't like you, Su Xiaoxiu said coldly. I don't like you. I don't like you very much. You're still the same. Don't come to me again, Su Xiaoxiu said coldly. After saying that, he turned and left. It doesn't matter. People always change. What if the person you like dies? Guo Zhenghe said to himself. His words were not loud, but Su Xiaoxiu heard them clearly. She stopped and suddenly turned around. Guo Zhenghe, if Mr. Wang is hurt even a little bit, I will make you pay a heavy price. Haha. Guo Zhenghe just laughed. When Su Xiaoxiu returned home, she heard her mother say, Guo Zhenghe has been here. What's he doing here? He said some strange things, Song Ruiping said. He has changed. Well, he also went to school to look for me, Su Xiaoxiu said. What he said in the end was very unpleasant. Oh, what did he say? Su Xiaoxiu repeated what he had said to her. Well, you must stay away from him in the future. His words had become somewhat crazy. Song Ruiping coughed a few times as she spoke. Chapter 998. Mom, what's wrong with you? Hearing her mother cough, Su Xiaoxiu hurriedly asked. She remembered that she was fine when she went out in the morning. Why did she suddenly cough? I'm fine. I just feel a little stuffy in my chest. Song Ruiping waved her hand. Call Yao and tell him to be careful. Guo Zhenghe is too scheming. Oh, okay. Su Xiaoxiu immediately called Wang Yao. What? He went to Beijing to look for you? Wang Yao was surprised. He did not expect Guo Zhenghe to not give up. His disgust for Guo Zhenghe deepened. Some people, when given face, did not want it. It was really annoying. Yes, he even came to my house. He went to your house? Did you find anything unusual about him? Unusual? Well, I just felt that his breath was strange. By the way, his face was not quite right. After being asked by Wang Yao, Su Xiaoxiu carefully recalled. At that time, Guo Zhenghe's face was not quite the same as ordinary people's. She felt that he had deliberately put on makeup. Song Ruiping, who was next to them, coughed again. Annie is next to you, right? What's wrong with her? Is she not feeling well? She just feels stuffy in her chest. She was fine when she woke up in the morning. She was fine when she woke up in the morning. Did she feel uncomfortable after Guo Zhenghe went to see her? Wang Yao hurriedly asked. I think so. After hearing Wang Yao's words, Song Ruiping thought carefully. It seemed to be the case. He stayed in her house for less than 10 minutes. He did not say anything important. They mainly chatted. The smell on her body was a little strange. After he left, she felt uncomfortable. I see. I'll go there right away. Tell Annie not to go out, Wang Yao said on the phone. What's wrong? Nothing. I'll talk about it later. Wang Yao was now worried that Guo Zhenghe had gotten something poisonous from the Miaoxi River and brought it to the Su family. If that was the case, their family would be in danger. He called Zhong Luchuan and Jia Zizai over and arranged things at home. Be careful at home, Zizai. You have to pay more attention to that Guo Zhenghe. He's very scheming. Yes, sir. Don't worry. All right, you guys be careful too. Take the life-prolonging pill I gave you at a critical moment. It can save your life. AI. After explaining the matters at home, he told his parents that he was going to the capital to look for Xiao Shui. His parents didn't ask much and just told him to be careful on the way. They also told him not to rush home and to stay in the capital to accompany Xiao Shui. Wang Yao booked the earliest flight to Beijing and arrived at the Su family's house that night. When he arrived, Song Ruiping was already lying on the hospital bed. Her chest was very tight. She kept coughing and even coughing up blood. Chen Zhouchuan was also next to her. Song Ruiping was very worried. Sir, you're finally here. Let me see. Wang Yao didn't say much. He reached out and checked. You've been poisoned. Poison? Did Guo Zhenghe bring it? It's most likely him. Let's put this matter aside for the time being. I'll treat your mother first. The treatment method was very simple. Half a leaf of detoxification grass, half a leaf of miasma grass, and guyuan was used to adjust the efficacy of the medicine. After taking a bowl of medicine, the effect was seen in less than half an hour. She no longer coughed, and her chest was no longer tight. Do you feel better, Auntie? Much better. Song Ruaping let out a long sigh of relief. Thank you for coming in such a hurry. You're welcome, Wang Yao said. You should lie down and rest first. I'll prepare another medicine to nourish your body. Okay. They all left the bedroom. Sir, is my mother okay? She's fine. The poison is not too deep. I'm here. She'll be fine. Wang Yao comforted Su Xiaoxue. I didn't expect Guo Zhenghe to do such a thing. What's his purpose? Chen Zhouchuan asked. Maybe he didn't do it on purpose, Wang Yao said after thinking for a moment. If Guo Zhenghe still had a little bit of sense, he wouldn't have done such a thing. Guo Zhenghe had just come, and then Song Ruaping had fallen. Wasn't it obvious that Guo Zhenghe had done something wrong? Moreover, the Su family was not an ordinary family. Such an act of coming to harm people was a blatant provocation. Anyone with a brain wouldn't do such a thing. Wang Yao had just diagnosed that it was poisoning, not venomous insects. It should be because Guo Zhenghe had cured the venomous insects in her body with the blood of the Miaoxi River. At the same time, there were some side effects. Su Xiaoxue had a strange feeling. Now, Guo Zhenghe was also a medicine man and a poison man. Anyway, it was caused by him. He didn't come with good intentions, Su Xiaoxue said with a cold face. She had a good impression of Guo Zhenghe at first. Then, she didn't like him. Then, she disliked him. Now, she hated him. This kind of person should be punished. These words were very harsh coming from Su Xiaoxue's mouth. Punishment? His punishment is coming soon, right? Wang Yao said. Miaoxi River's blood was not easy to drink. He chatted with Su Xiaoxue for a while. Then, he went to boil a bowl of regathered soup. This time, he had brought more than enough decoctions. They were all in the grid of the system. After Song Ruaping took the decoction, Su Xiaoxue stayed with him. After Song Ruaping took the decoction, Su Xiaoxue checked her again. After confirming that there was no problem, they went back to their rooms to rest. This time, Wang Zheng stayed in Su Xiaoxue's house. The next morning, Song Ruaping got up very early. She felt that there was nothing wrong with her body. She was quite comfortable. She walked around the yard twice. Then, she went into the house to make breakfast. Wang Yao also got up very early. Auntie, do you feel better? Much better. I don't feel stuffy or painful anymore, Song Ruaping said with a smile. Come on, I'll make breakfast for you. What breakfast? I smell something delicious, Su Xiaoxue shouted upstairs. Come down and eat quickly. Wang Yao was not in a hurry to eat breakfast. Instead, he gave Song Ruaping a simple checkup. After confirming that there was nothing wrong with her body, he sat down to eat with the mother and daughter. Mom, you should eat more. Su Xiaoxue peeled a tea egg for her mother. Thank you, my good girl. You should eat more too. After breakfast, Wang Yao accompanied Su Xiaoxue to school. Song Ruaping was left alone in the room. After waiting for a while, Chu Yin came in from outside. Ma'am, Guo Zhenghe is too outrageous, Chu Yin said with a sullen face. Whether Guo Zhenghe did it intentionally or not, it was a fact that he made her endure the pain. This was a provocation. It was a provocation that came to her door. She could not tolerate it. Ma'am, what do you mean? Find someone to keep an eye on him. I want to see what kind of tricks he will play. Yes, ma'am. This morning, Su Xianghua went back home. You must be tired from this trip. I'm fine. I'm used to it, Su Xianghua said as he washed his face. Yao came yesterday, Wang Yao said. Really? Ask him to come home at noon. I haven't seen him for a long time, Su Xianghua said. Su Xianghua said. At his current stage, he really had no choice. There were many things that he couldn't do just because he didn't want to. His schedule was full. Do you know why he came? Why? Su Xianghua was surprised. For me. What's wrong with you? Are you sick? Are you not feeling well? I was almost poisoned to death. If Yao hadn't rushed over, you would have seen me in another place, Song Ruaping said. What happened? Su Xianghua's face changed. He knew his wife's temperament. She would never make such a joke. Song Ruaping then told him in detail what had happened the day before. That's outrageous, Su Xianghua said. Yao must have something else to say. I'll talk to him later. Okay. Su Xiaoxue and Wang Yao were very happy at Yanjing University. They went home at noon because her father had come back. After lunch, Su Xianghua called Wang Yao to his study. The two of them chatted for a long time. Wang Yao told Su Xianghua the whole story. He told Su Xianghua almost everything he knew. Of course, he left out the part about Nanshan Hill that should be omitted. Did he kill someone? Su Xianghua asked. I have no evidence, but I really can't think of anyone other than him who would do it, Wang Yao said. Chapter 999. Okay, I got it. Thank you so much this time. Uncle, you're welcome. Isn't this what I should do? Wang Yao said. These things should be known within a small circle, Wang Yao said. I know what I'm doing. That's good. Su Xianghua smiled. The two of them left the room and went to the dining room together. The family ate together, talking and laughing. After dinner, Wang Yao accompanied Su Xiaoxue to class. She still had classes in the afternoon. What did my dad talk to you about? It was so mysterious. Was it about Guojinghe? Yes. Wang Yao told Su Xiaoxue some details, even more than what Su Xianghua had told her. He's too scheming, and his character is not good. He even ordered someone to kill someone? I'm afraid it's more than once, Wang Yao said. This kind of person must be punished, Su Xiaoxue said. Okay. Wang Yao stayed in Jing for 2 days. He then hurried back to Lianshan County because the province suddenly sent an inspection team to check on Nanshan Pharmaceutical Company. They raised a lot of problems and asked for rectification within a time limit. The company in charge would be ordered to stop production. Once production was stopped, the loss would be great. After receiving the news, Wang Yao immediately thought of Guojinghe. At the same time, he asked Zheng Weijun to go back and investigate to see if there was a problem on his side. His former opponents had made things difficult for him. After returning to Lianshan County, the two of them met as soon as possible. They came very suddenly, Zheng Weijun said. I didn't receive any notice in advance. First, it was the Environmental Protection Department, then the Security Department. They all put forward a lot of rectification opinions. It's very harsh. Is there a problem with our company? I shouldn't guarantee that there is no problem with our pharmaceutical factory because there is no such thing as a 100% guarantee, Zheng Weijun said. However, it's not my first day in the pharmaceutical industry. We can say that our environmental protection and safety, whether it's hardware or software, are definitely the best in the industry. What did they say? Zheng Weijun asked. The rectification is limited to a month, Zheng Weijun said. They will come again. Let me take a look at the rectification items, Wang Yao said. The noise is not qualified. They test it on the road outside. If a car comes over, it will most likely exceed the limit. It is indeed a little harsh. This is a safety improvement, Zheng Weijun said. It's even stricter. I've already invited the relevant third-party companies in the country to help review it. This might have something to do with me, Wang Yao said. With you? Why? Personal grudges. Let's wait and see, Wang Yao said. A silent confrontation was unfolding. Nothing happened that night. Sir, have you finished dealing with the matters in the capital? Seeing that Wang Yao had returned, the three of them went to the clinic. It's done. There's something here, so I came back. I've heard that it was that young Master Guo who did it, right? It's most likely him, Wang Yao said. Sir, what do you need us to do? You don't have to do anything. Just wait a moment and confirm it, Wang Yao said. All right. Thousands of miles away in the capital, the Su family. He is targeting Wang Yao's Nanshan Pharmaceutical, Song Ruiping said. Well, it's too obvious. Is there a problem with the company? Song Ruiping asked. There is no problem, Chu Lian said. The medicine they make is very effective and has a good reputation. The price is not particularly expensive. Well, I see, Song Ruiping said. Don't tell Xiaoxue about this. Yes, Song Ruiping said. In a villa in the capital, Wei Zhenghe kept coughing. His face was not very good. Next to him was a middle-aged man who was diagnosing him. What's wrong with me, Dr. Su? It's hard to say, Dr. Su said. I suggest you go to the hospital tomorrow for a full-body examination to better judge your physical condition. Okay, thank you for your trouble. You're welcome, young Master Hua. The doctor was sent out by the housekeeper. Guojinghe got up and went to the floor-to-ceiling window to look outside. That day, he felt something strange in his body. He was very tired, and his head was a little rushed. He felt that something was inside. There must be something wrong with Miaoshi River's blood, he thought. He was worried about this problem, but he didn't expect it to come so soon. How should I solve it? He lit a cigarette. He knew the best way was to go to Wang Yao, but in the current situation, the two of them were enemies. They stood on the absolute opposite side. There was no possibility of reconciliation. Let's wait for the examination tomorrow. The next day, Guo Zhenghe felt his body was worse. He went to the hospital for a checkup, and the results were very bad. Young Master Guo, we found that many of your organs have signs of failure, especially your kidneys. The situation is very serious. We suggest you be hospitalized immediately for treatment. Hospitalized for treatment. Guo Zhenghe was silent for a long time. What are the chances of recovery? Well, Dr. Su, just tell me the truth. There's a certain chance of recovery. I see, Guo Zhenghe said. I've been very busy recently. Let's talk about it later. Then you have to hurry up, Dr. Su said. According to your current situation, it may deteriorate faster. I got it. Guo Zhenghe got up and walked out, staggering along the way. Young Master, go to the Valley of Thousands of Medicine. Young Master, isn't it too dangerous to go at this time? I have to go. I can't wait. Guo Zhenghe thought for a moment. Okay. A plane took off from Jing and flew straight to southern Yunnan. In the early morning, the Valley of Thousands of Medicine was very quiet. The place, which had been passed down for hundreds of years, was surging. Is there still no news from the chief? No. It's been almost 2 weeks. It can't go on like this. Yes, Qing Feng, where did the chief go? An old man in his 70s asked. Uncle, I really don't know. He just said he was going north. A few elders in the stockade were having a meeting. As the saying went, a snake doesn't walk without a head. Their stockade needed a leader, especially in the current situation. Every day, many outsiders came to the stockade. The elders didn't like these outsiders, but the young people in the stockade liked them. After all, they were still young and were very curious about the outside world. They needed to decide how to solve this problem. Sigh, I haven't been out for so many years, one of the elders said. Their meeting was interrupted by a person. Someone outside wants to see the person in charge here. Yes. Who is it? A person surnamed Guo. Well, the elders sitting there looked at each other. They were all very confused. Obviously, they didn't know the person surnamed Guo. I don't want to see him. He said he knew about the chief. What? Finally, an elder in the stockade met the young man surnamed Guo. Hello. Hello. How do I address you, old master? Miao Zhaoxing. Well, my name is Guo Zhenghe. I used to be the secretary of Yi County. When Guo Zhenghe said that, the old man was slightly startled. He knew what had happened outside. Hello, Secretary Guo. What brings you here this time? I'm not the secretary anymore. Thanks to you, I've left, Guo Zhenghe said with a smile. He then kept coughing. Miaoshi River is dead. His words were shocking. The old man in front of him was obviously scared out of his wits. His whole body was frozen in place. Why, you don't believe me? Guo Zhenghe took out a photo and threw it in front of the old man. It was a photo of Miaoshi River's miserable state before he died. I didn't expect it to end like this, the old man said. Cut the crap, Guo Zhenghe said. I've been poisoned, so I came to the Valley of Thousands of Medicine to ask for help. I wonder if you could take a look at me? Guo Zhenghe asked. He was not afraid of the venomous insects, but the medicine in his blood was a double-edged sword. It protected him and hurt him at the same time. Let me take a look. The old man carefully examined him. The shock on his face grew. Where did you get this disease? I drank Miaoshi River's blood. The old man was so frightened that he trembled. He stood up and took 3 steps back. He looked at Guo Zhenghe as if he had seen a ghost. You, how dare you? The old man asked. There was medicine in his blood, but it was also highly toxic. It seems that you know about it. He refined his body with medicine, Guo Zhenghe said. The medicine entered his internal organs and even his spirit and marrow, but he did it step by step to maintain a relatively peaceful state. Chapter 1000. I don't want to listen to him. I just want to know how to treat my current condition. Guo Zhenghe waved his hand and interrupted the old man. Your whole body is collapsing. I'm sorry, I can't treat you. The old man waved his hand. Do you still have family and children? Guo was silent for a moment. What do you mean? The Miao Zhaoxing looked up. He felt very uneasy. Find a way to treat me. Otherwise, some people will die with me. I'll give you 1 day. Hurry up. Cough, cough, cough. Guo got up and left. The old man was trembling with anger. He wanted to get up and kill this young man who dared to threaten him. He hurriedly called the Miao Qingfeng and told him what had happened. What? The village leader was killed. The old man was very surprised. In his impression, the village leader was almost omnipotent. How could he be killed by an outsider with so many amazing skills? What's Guo background? The old man asked. His background is very deep. He is a disciple of a big family. You know, outside, it's not like here. So his threat might be true? The old man asked. Yes, the old man said. What should we do? The old man immediately became anxious. He had diagnosed Guo and knew his current situation. It was very dangerous. He cannot be saved. He is very sick now. I can't treat him. If the Miaoxi River is here, there might be a way. The old man called Miaoxi River by his name. If it was before, he would never dare to call him by his name. Are you sure the village leader is dead? The old man asked. I'm sure. It's not just a photo. The reason why Guo is so sick is because he drank Miaoxi River's blood, the old man said. What? The Miao Qingfeng was very surprised when he heard the news. Drank his blood? Yes, he must have been poisoned by the goo poison first. There was no way to treat it, so he used this method. However, his blood is both medicine and poison. Now his body is about to collapse. The old man was very anxious. Right, the blood orchid. The old man's eyes lit up. It may not work, Miao Qingfeng said, because he knew that Miaoxi River had also been studying the blood orchid. Let's give it a try. The old man was now the person with the highest status in the entire village. In addition to his seniority, now that Miaoxi River was not around, many people still listened to him. The blood orchid flower was soon ready. What is this? Guo who had received the news, was surprised to see the blood-red flower. The blood orchid is a legendary panacea in Miaojiang, the old man said. It can cure all kinds of diseases. If you take it for a long time, you won't age. Oh, so magical. How do I use it? Just take it directly. Good, very good. Guo picked up a flower and put it into his mouth. He chewed a few times. It had a unique fragrance and sweetness. After it entered his stomach, he waited for a while and felt a little warm. His stomach felt more comfortable. He ate another 10 flowers. His body was slightly warm. The effect seemed to be good. It's a little useful. Let's wait and see. In a bamboo building in the village. What did you say? He killed Uncle? After hearing Miao Qingfeng say that Miaoxi River was dead and that it was most likely related to Guo Zhao Yongho was very angry. I'm going to avenge Uncle. Save it. Miao Qingfeng grabbed him. You're going to kill him, and then what? You're running away. Do you know who he is and how powerful he is? What should I do? Don't I avenge Uncle? Zhao Yongho asked. What should I do? Miao Qingfeng was deep in thought for a while. I have an idea. Let someone do the dirty work. Dirty work? Who's the dirty work? Zhao Yongho was stunned. You don't know. You don't have to worry about this. Remember, don't be rash. Miao Qingfeng went to Miao Zhaoxing's house and brought something back. Uncle, this is what Zhaoxing asked me to take care of. Since Zhaoxing is gone, I'll leave this with you. Miao Qingfeng passed a book to him. This is Miaoxi River's medical book? Yes. His research on medicine and goo poison are all recorded in this book. Good, good, good. Qingfeng, I was right about you. The old man was very happy. He opened the book and took a look. Why is there only half a book? I'm not sure. When I got it, it was only the first version. Good, good. The old man nodded. It's okay. You can go back to work. Okay. Miao Qingfeng smiled and left. The old man immediately flipped through the book. He knew that it was good stuff. Miaoxi's style was very overbearing, and he could be quite ruthless when things went wrong. None of them dared to voice their displeasure. However, there was one thing they had to admit: his talent. His talent in medicine and poison could be described as unparalleled. He was able to learn almost everything right away. Furthermore, his research was more thorough than theirs. He did not manage much of the village's affairs over the years. Instead, he spent most of his time on medicine. As such, his medical book was very valuable. After flipping through a few pages, he suddenly stopped and read the content on this page carefully a few times. What a bold idea, he sighed. Guozheng has stayed there for 3 days. He found that the so-called blood orchid was actually not enough to treat the disease in his body. It could only temporarily suppress it. He was still coughing and coughing up blood from time to time. He then went to Miao Zhaoxing. Not even the blood orchid? He was surprised. Although the blood orchid was a sacred medicine in Miaojiang, it was not an elixir. It was actually a kind of licorice root. It might have a very strange effect in some aspects, but it was definitely not omnipotent. You need to think of another way, Guozheng has said. Hurry up. I can't stay here forever. I have another way, Wang Yao said. I saw it in Miaoxi River's medical book notes. Oh, tell me, there's a big lake next to our village called Soothing God's Lake. There's a divine fish in it. Divine fish? Yes, according to the words passed down in the village, it has existed for at least 300 years. A fish more than 300 years old? Do you want to catch it? Yes, that divine fish was studied by the old chief, Miao Shihe, and others even before that. It lives in the soothing of God's lake. Our ancestors hunted it in the beginning. They used all kinds of poisons, but none of them worked. As such, they speculated that there was something in its body that could resist those poisons. It has been more than 300 years, and it might have even become a spirit. Then catch it, Miaoxi River said. Well, we don't have professional tools. I'll find someone to help you. It's best not to let outsiders see it. Okay. Guozheng acted very quickly. Soon, all the outsiders in the village were cleared out. The reason was that some kind of terrible poison had been found in the village, and they were worried that they would be infected. Then, a team of professionals came. They were secretly armed. They were secretly called by Su Xinyuan. This also made Miao Zhaoxing realize that Miao Qingfeng was right. The young man had a lot of power behind him. They had boats in the village, but they were all small boats. It didn't matter. So, the fishing operation began. They used live pigs and sheep to slowly float to the surface of the lake. This was the ritual passed down in the village. Will it appear? It definitely will. When the pigs and sheep floated to a certain position, a huge black shadow appeared in the lake. It's here. Looking at the black shadow, Guozheng was also very surprised. They were not lying. It was really a big fish. It was so big that it was a little scary. It was more than 30 feet long. It was hard to imagine that there was such a big aquatic creature in a freshwater lake. In a mountain village thousands of miles away, what? They went to the Valley of Thousands of Medicine? Yes, and it seems that they have chased all the outsiders out of the valley, Guozheng said. A group of armed militants sneaked in. TSK, TSK, TSK. Ah, this Mr. Guo really knows how to play. Wang Yao praised. I have people keeping an eye on it, Jia Zizai said. There should be news coming soon. Now that Miao Shihe is dead, the defenses in and out of the stockade have been relaxed a lot. It will be easy to get news from inside. Chapter 1001. It's such an interesting thing. I think we should go and have a look. What do you think, Zizai? Sure, Jia Zizai said with a smile. So, Wang Yao went south with Jia Zizai. In the Valley of Thousands of Medicine, the 10-meter-long fish swallowed a sheep and a pig in one bite. How is it? We haven't found this kind of fish in the data for the time being, Su Xinyuan said. It should be some kind of special species. From the current situation, it's very simple to lure it out, but if we want to catch it, we need a large dose of harmless anesthetic. Get ready, Uncle Su, as soon as possible. Well, no problem. Su Xinyuan nodded. This was the first time he had dealt with such a big aquatic creature. He was not confident. The key was that he could not get a big boat from the lake. Otherwise, it would be easier. Cough, cough, cough. Guozheng began to cough again. This feeling is starting to get serious again. He took a blood orchid and stuffed it into his mouth, but the effect was not very good. The slowing effect is getting worse and worse. His body became weak again. He was very weak. After taking a few steps, he felt breathless. He was weak and sore all over. It was as if he had done it 9 times a night and hollowed out his body. Phew, phew. He was gasping for breath. For 3 consecutive days, they kept probing, on a mountain peak next to the stockade. Well, what a big fish! Wang Yao was surprised to see the big fish in the water. It is big enough, Wang Yao said. Judging from its size, it can't be a whale. Whales? That thing doesn't live in the sea, Wang Yao said. This place is at least 500 kilometers away from the nearest estuary. What is it then? Wait here for a moment, Wang Yao said. I'll go and have a look first. Okay, sir, be careful. Wang Yao's figure flashed and jumped down the cliff, which was hundreds of feet high. TSK, TSK, TSK. Sir is amazing, Jia Zizai praised. After descending the mountain, Wang Yao quickly arrived at the lakeside and watched them catch fish from afar. The lake was very big, and there were not many people. Wang Yao was far away, so he was not discovered by them. Only when he looked at it up close could he see the fish's general appearance. Its entire body was greenish-black. Its scales were fine. It looked like a catfish, but it had sharp teeth. Are you ready? It's ready. There's enough medicine to kill 10 elephants. After several experiments, they finally decided on a plan to catch this big fish. They would use a strong drug to directly put it down, but the toxicity could not be too strong. After all, they still needed to use its internal organs. Then let's begin. Young master can't wait, Su Xinyuan said. In the past few days, anyone with eyes could see the changes in Guo Zhenghe's body. His face was a strange greenish-gray color, not to mention other things. All right, the pigs and goats were once again tied to the bamboo raft and sent into the lake. The big fish arrived as scheduled. With a cracking sound, blood splattered everywhere. It could swallow an entire sheep in one gulp. 2 mouthfuls and 1 pig. There was red blood on the surface of the water. The big fish circled a few times before diving into the water and disappearing. It's gone. They looked at the water nervously from the shore. Don't go too far away. Waiting is anxious. There was no reaction for the whole morning. It seems that the measurement is not enough. Just as they were about to leave, there was a sudden change in the water. A big fish floated up. It's up. It's up. They approached it cautiously, and after making sure that it was indeed knocked out, they pierced its hard phosphor shell and forcibly injected a large amount of knockout powder. Then, they tied it up with a steel rope and dragged it to the shore through the high-power diesel equipment. At this time, people could see its full appearance up close for the first time. It was indeed a big fish. Its body was 15 meters long. We finally got it up. Su Xinyuan breathed a sigh of relief. Many people from the Valley of Thousands of Medicine came to watch the show. They were more in awe of the divine fish. Some of them hated the fish because their family members had died because of it. It was Miao Zhaoxing who came out to mediate. The onlookers in the village slowly dispersed. Guo Zheng had dragged his terminally ill body to the lake to see the big fish with his own eyes. Hurry up. After saying this, he left. They then began to deal with the big fish. They cut it with a chainsaw and dissected it. During the process, the big fish suddenly woke up and almost broke free from the wire. 1 person died and another was seriously injured. After a day and night of hard work, the big fish, which was said to have lived for hundreds of years, was killed and thoroughly dissected. On the mountain, not far away, Wang Yao and Jia Zizai had been paying attention to the whole process. Sir, what are they doing? Don't tell me they're bringing it up to make soup. Maybe they want to use the meat of the big fish to treat his body, Wang Yao said. TSK, 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 TSK. That was indeed the case. Miao Zhaoxing learned from Yaoshi River's notes that there might be something like the legendary nidin in the body of the divine fish that was sacrificed in the village every year. Taking it would have magical effects. Miaoshi River had tried to catch the divine fish more than once for that matter. However, he had failed every time because he had not been forced to a dead end at that time. Sometimes the divine fish was also a way for him to punish his people. It was unlike Guo Zhenghe, who had been forced into a dead end and had to do it. They found the heart of the big fish. It was very big as a sheep. It was worth noting that the heart of a blue whale was said to weigh more than 50 kilograms. It was the size of a small car. According to its size, it should have a heart that big. Should we cut it open? Collect the blood in its heart. Miao Zhaoxing instructed from the side. The people brought by Su Xinyuan were all amateurs. They needed guidance on professional matters. Slow down. When the heart was cut open, a large amount of blood gushed out, emitting a unique, fishy smell. Ah, this is King disgusting. The few of them were covered in blood. After they cut open the heart of the big fish, they started to dissect it carefully. Miao Zhaoxing watched from aside. Wait, what is that? They found a round ball of meat in the big fish's heart. It was about the size of a child's fist. Cut it out. After cutting it out, they found that it was an oval-shaped bone ball. It was very smooth and looked like jade. This is it, Miao Zhaoxing said happily. This was the treasure in the body of the big fish that Miaoxi River had recorded in the medical book. He guessed that it was the treasure in the body of the big fish. Found it! Found it! Guozhenghe held the ball of meat that was about the size of a chicken egg. How do we use this? According to Miaoxi River, just swallow it directly. Swallow it directly? Are you sure I won't choke to death? No. I have a special medicine that can stimulate your esophagus and make it bigger. Okay, let's start. First, he took some special medicine and then swallowed the dantian-like thing into his stomach. How do you feel? Guozhenghe's body started to tremble. He felt as if his stomach was on fire. Then the fire started to burn and spread to every corner of his body. He knelt on the ground and made a painful sound. What's going on? Su Xingyan hurriedly asked upon seeing this. It should be a normal reaction. That is the essence of the sacred fish that has lived for hundreds of years. If a person wants to use it, they will definitely suffer some kind of pain. Will young master be okay? Everything has its risks, Miao Zhaoxing said. This kind of thing definitely had a considerable risk. It was like blowing a balloon. It could burst at any time. Guozhenghe suddenly screamed and fainted. His body was frighteningly hot. The blood vessels on his face were all bulging. When he took off his clothes, it was the same. Almost every part of his body was bulging with blood vessels and veins. Think of a way. Now, Su Xinyuan said, soak him in cold water. Keep an eye on him. Don't let his head go in. Don't let him suffocate. A few people immediately prepared cold water and put Guozhenghe's body in it. Soon, the water became hot. It was slightly red and steaming. Change the water again, Miao Zhaoxing said. They repeated the process until nighttime. Guozhenghe's body slowly returned to normal. Sir, there really is a Naiden. Jia Zizai, who saw the scene in the room through the monitoring device, was shocked. Wang Yao entered the village during the day and installed a few cameras in Guozhenghe's room. They did not notice, so they could see everything that was happening in the room from afar. It was very clear. To be honest, this is the first time I've seen it. Wang Yao smiled. He was also very surprised. He was also very curious about what this Naiden could change young Master Gua. Don't tell me he suddenly gained a few hundred years of power and became a land god. You read too many novels. Wang Yao smiled and said, cultivation needs to be done step by step. There are risks in taking shortcuts. After sleeping for 2 days, Guozhenghe woke up. His eyes were red. Young master. Guozhenghe responded. He was breathing heavily. All of a sudden, he stood up abruptly and rushed out. Young master? Seeing this, Su Xinyuan hurriedly ran out, but he didn't see Guozhenghe's voice at all. He ran too fast. Where did he go? Suddenly a woman shouted. Oh no! Su Xinyuan's heart skipped a beat when he heard that. When he looked over, he saw a big hole in the wall of the house. The family of 3 was lying in a pool of blood. The girl's clothes were torn. It's over. Another scream was heard. It was also a woman's scream. When Miao Zhaoxing found Su Xinyuan, his face was full of fear. Your young master is crazy. He was looking for a place to vent. Why? Why did this happen? Su Xinyuan grabbed the old man. It must be the Naiden of a divine fish that triggered the darkest part of his heart. I need a vent. I need blood. I need women. Guozhenghe was running wildly in the stockade, searching for prey. The people in the stockade had already organized to surround and capture this murderous demon. However, in just 2 days, his body seemed to have undergone an earth-shattering change. He was extremely strong, and his movements were extremely fast. Standing on the mountain, Jiazizai was shocked. "Master, has he gone crazy? Wait here. I'll go down." Wang Yao went down the mountain in a flash. "Kill him." The people in the village were shouting. Screams could be heard from time to time. Suddenly, a gust of wind blew. Wang Yao came in front of Guozhenghe. At this time, Guozhenghe's upper body was naked. His body was covered in blood. Steam rose from his body. His eyes were red. He opened his mouth wide. His mouth was also full of blood. Some flesh could be vaguely seen. He had gone crazy. In an instant, he came in front of Wang Yao. What a powerful strength. He was even stronger than the Miaoxi River. As soon as they exchanged blows, he was extremely shocked. Void-breaking punch. He no longer stayed behind. He used his strongest move. The sound of the sonic boom was extremely fast. In an instant, 100 punches were thrown. Guozhenghe fell to the ground. His bones were all broken. His organs were all destroyed. However, he did not die immediately. Instead, he was quickly recovering. Seeing this, Wang Yao exclaimed, "How amazing! He can no longer be considered a human." Suddenly, a person rushed out of the crowd. He stabbed a knife into Guozhenghe's heart and then cut off his head. His body and head were separated from each other. He was extremely fast. After finishing, he disappeared into the crowd. The people in the village looked back and found that the person who had suddenly appeared was also gone. Only a corpse was left on the ground. Guozhenghe was dead. He died just like that. He went crazy quickly and died quickly. "Brother, I killed someone. It's time to go." "Who said you killed him?" Miao Qingshan asked. 16 people in the village died. You could just find someone to take the blame. You said that someone suddenly came and left. They also took the Naiden from his body. Yes, no one saw what the person looked like, but I thought of someone, Zhao Yongho said. "All right, let's not talk about this anymore. Don't think about it anymore. No matter who he is, it has nothing to do with us. This matter is over. We have to start a new life." Miao Qingfeng said. He knew that an era in the village had ended, and a new life was about to begin. Perhaps it would be better. No, it would definitely be. "Let's go." "Yes, sir." "This is the Naiden." Jiazizai looked at the red, jade-like object in her hand. It was the size of a pigeon's egg. "Yes, you can have it if you like." "Forget it. I'm afraid that I won't be able to resist the temptation and swallow it one day. I don't know what kind of trouble it will cause. It's safer to leave it in Sir's hands." 17 people had died in a village. It was definitely a big deal, but it was deliberately covered up. After that, Guozhenghe's father was transferred from his post to become the second director of another province. Although it sounded like a horizontal transfer, he lost the opportunity to be in charge of a province. He did not know when the next opportunity would come. The investigation of Nanshan Pharmaceutical Company was left unfinished. In less than a year, the products of Nanshan Pharmaceutical Company were extremely popular. A series of medicines, such as primordial spirit soup, heat-clearing powder, detoxification pill, and peace of mind pill, had obvious effects. The high-end medicines from Nanshan Medical Hall were even more magical, especially in the area of cardiovascular and cerebrovascular medicine. Many big hospitals regarded them as special drugs. They had no side effects, but they were too difficult to buy. Wang Yao was seeing patients in the clinic as usual. Nanshan was still quiet and lush. Su Xiaoxue had unknowingly graduated. A wedding was held in Jing. It was low-key, warm, happy. Wang Yao and Su Xiaoxue were like a couple of immortals. They were a perfect couple. They traveled together and traveled thousands of miles across the mountains and rivers. One day, they came to the Valley of Thousands of Medicine in southern Yunnan. Is this soothing God lake? Looking at the vast and calm lake, Su Xiaoxue opened her arms. "It's so beautiful. It is very beautiful." Creak. A young man walked on the wooden plank road. He had a gentle smile on his face. Wang Yao stared at him. He seemed to know him. "Hello," guessed from afar. The young man took the initiative to greet them. "Hello, what's your name?" "Me?" My name is Miao Xiaoa, the young man said with a smile. Xiaoa, the good name. Wang Yao nodded. The young man was stunned for a moment. Then he smiled and slowly walked away. Do you know him? He looks like an old friend. Wang Yao smiled. Sir, where are we going next? Back to Nanshan. Sure. We'll have more children. Sure, and then medicine will spread all over the world, Miao Xiaoa said. The book was finished. You're tuning in to the Warrior Lore YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.